Hey guys, if you always thought the Ikogosi spring has two springs, the cold and warm, I'm here to say you are wrong. I'm from Aramako in Ekiti and I went home to visit my grandparents. So I used the opportunity to go to Ikogosi and it was a sight worth seeing. To get into Ikogosi, you'd need to pay 5,000 naira as an access fee for adults and 2,500 for children younger than 12. Besides the spring, the center also has an hotel, a swimming pool, and some other facilities. As soon as I entered into the facility, a tour guide attended to me and she was very knowledgeable and pleasant. Ikogosi has 4 springs: the warm, the warmer, the cold, the colder. The warm and the warmer meet at a point, the cold and the colder meet at another point, and finally, they all meet together at the final meeting point.
Cold and cold mixed together, warm and warm mixed together. So we are going this way.
When you come into Ikogosi, the first meeting point you'd see is the final meeting point where the cold and hot water meet. Although they meet, they do not mix due to the difference in their density. One thing you would also see at the final meeting point is 2 different trees sharing the same root, a mahogany and a palm tree. Here's what the tour guide said about it.
It means what is happening between the water is also
Affecting the plant.
in the sense of oil palm tree and mahogany.
Okay.
The oil palm tree bears fruit, so it's a woman in nature.
Okay.
Any tree that bears fruit is a symbol of motherhood.
Okay.
The other one, mahogany, is strong, doesn't bear fruit. It's strong, as in the strength from men.
Okay.
I mean, their roots joined together means they have a relationship,
Okay.
which the biologists will call mutual relationship of benefiting from
Each other.
because they are tapping benefit from the same source. Their source of benefits is the water, which was discovered 700 years ago and it has never dried up before.
Okay.
You're welcome to Ikogosi.
Are the trees also 700?
No. They've been growing together for about 90 years.
90
They
years.
grew up together.
Okay. Also, we have. Okay.
Those species will not go beyond that point where you have the brown
Yeah.
color. It means that is not habitable to them.
Yeah.
This is comfortable for them. And for you to have part of this brown water over there, it means part of this cold water escape to that side.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And for the tree, they are having more or less the same color. With the underneath of the water we are here. For the
Okay.
palm tree, it's brown,
Okay.
like the cold water.
Yes.
The mahogany is bright, like the warm water, but it's having many colors.
Yes,
Like the
yes.
underneath of the warm
Water.
So, you can say the symbol of coexistence.
I mentioned that the tour guide was very knowledgeable, right? So here is this meeting point of the cold springs. The spring was discovered about 700 years ago by an hunter, and after discovering it, he consulted the oracle who then told him the spring is a family of 4. A healer, his 2 wives, and his son. The wives are the cold springs, while the father and the son are believed to be the warm springs. Here's what the tour guide said.
And when you got to this forest,
The forest of Ikogosi.
Ikogosi. And that is where we got
Ikogosi. Okay.
When he got into this forest, he was hearing the rush of water. He wanted to drink water. Then he saw the cold water and the warm water, which were more or less mysteries to him, double mysteries. For him to find out, he searched for people inside this forest that can explain to him.
Remember, they are a family of healers, so the water is believed to have healing powers. Listen to what the tour guide had to say.
They decided that as soon as any of them die, their healing power will enter into the rock, and water that will be coming out will contain
Healing power. Each of the springs at Ikogosi has its name. For the cold springs, the wives, we have Awele and Ainoroso. Okay.
Awele was dark in complexion.
Wow.
So among this water, which one will be Awele?
That will be Awele.
That is Awele. And Ainoroso was fair in complexion. Awele was the senior wife. Aino was the junior wife. Awele gave birth to male children. Our first son is the second one.
Okay.
Awele was more gentle, calm, and tolerant than Aino also.
Now, Awele.
Wow, this is very cold.
Good. Okay, we touch this. This plant change to something like warm water.
Yeah.
In that situation, we say Aino was always jealous of Awele She always change mood. She always have mood swings because Awele gave birth to male children. She gave birth to female children.
Now let's go to the warm springs. For the warm springs, we have Awokpere Ije and Olosun Ikogosi, the father and the son. Of all the 4 springs, Awokpere Ije, the father, is the largest of them all. It has multiple sources, and it is the only one among the 4 springs that you get to see its source. The other springs have their source deep within the forest, which is very dangerous to get to at the moment.
So now, let's go to the other place.
The sun. The water from the sun. No, go the other side. Okay, there.
So that small one is the son, Olosun Ikogosi, and this large one, the father, Awokpere Ije. Now let's get to the source of the father's spring. So the water comes out from a rock where this was built on. So the rock is just underneath this. It will stop. She said it will stop.
But yeah, you can see the bubbles small.
This is the fair one, this is the dark one.
How do you know from the color? And then the water comes like this, and then the water comes from
like
the
this.
warm spring
And
is
then
what
it
is used to
flows
power
like this, like
their
this,
facilities,
like
and at the
this.
same time produce the popular Gosi water.
What water is coming from another place here?
Yes, from under that wall.
Okay.
Under this wall, yes. You know this wall is erected on top of rock.
Yes.
So that water is from this side, a rock
Okay.
inside it. And connection between these two, addition of the two is like this.
Okay.
There is another one that is flowing. And there is another source under this big rock by the other side.
So that means there are like 4.
More than 4 sources. So many
Wow.
sources. Then all the water here flows to the swimming pool and hotel rooms. We only
Okay.
filter, we don't add chemical to our water.
Okay.
Then I was telling you that this thing.
Yeah.
If you use your eyes to face this one, you see it's coming from under that rock.
Yes.
So many sources for the father.
Wow.
Then the source of the
Even
son
there's
is
another one from there.
There are other ones.
Wow.
Connecting with it.
The father is very big deal.
This is the picture that looks like the head of the family.
Yeah.
Our parent Ije. He married 2 wives. The first wife is with pot on her head.
Okay.
That's Awele.
Yeah.
And I told you she gave birth to boys.
Yeah.
The first male child is the second one water.
Yeah.
Olosun Ikogosi. And this is the picture that looks like I know Olosun. She
Yeah.
gave birth to daughters. That's
Yeah.
her very daughter. And their pots are
And that is all about the springs at Ikogosi. Aside the wonder of the springs and the awesome facilities, Ikogosi has trees, male fig trees, and a mahogany tree of over 300 years, which people take pictures with for long life.
but this is a male species. This is good for medicinal herbs.
Okay.
And this has been here more than 300 years. It's also a symbol of long life.
Okay.
You can take nice picture of it.
That brings me to the end of the vlog. Visiting Ikogosi was sure enlightening, and I'm so glad I went there. Thank you for watching.